There are more than 500 million domestic cats purring and prowling around the world today. But long before they were sleeping on our keyboards, the feline family looked vastly different. Smilodon populator was a saber-toothed predator that weighed roughly half a ton. It used canine teeth up to 11 inches long to take down massive prey, like giant ground sloths and bison, likely severing the throat with a single bite. Around the same time, the American cheetah was racing across the plains. It was a lot larger than modern cheetahs, and so fast that its favorite prey, the pronghorn, is still the second fastest mammal on Earth today, just from trying to outrun it. The feline lineage traces back 30 million years to Proailurus. Looking more like a mongoose than a cat, it lived high in the trees of Eurasia hunting rodents. That single ancestor eventually produced two distinct survival strategies, the Panthera and Felinae branches. The Panthera branch went all in on size and muscle. Lions roam the savannas of Africa in social prides, where the bigger males patrol the territory, while smaller, sleeker females handle the hunting and cub care. In contrast, tigers in the forests of Asia are usually solitary. They rely on their striped camouflage to blend into the grass before launching an ambush on an unsuspecting animal. Despite their different habitats, these big cats remain genetically similar enough to interbreed. When a male lion and a female tiger mate, the offspring doesn't inherit the growth-limiting genes that usually come from female lions. This creates a liger. These massive hybrids can grow as large as the ancient Smilodons because their DNA lacks those normal biological breaks on their size. While the Panthera branch dominated through size and raw strength, the other side of the family tree took a completely different path: extreme specialization. The Felinae branch focused on developing hyper-specialized toolkits designed to conquer very specific environments. Cheetahs optimized every part of their anatomy for speed, from an aerodynamic head and enlarged lungs to a flexible spine that acts like a coiled spring. Pumas evolved to become the best jumpers in the animal kingdom, capable of leaping nearly 40 feet. Yet their closest relative, the jaguarundi, looks more like an otter and spends much of its time catching fish in rivers. Some adapted through sensory tricks. The caracal has long hairs on its ears that act as acoustic amplifiers to hear nearby birds, while the margay learned to mimic the calls of tamarins to lure the tiny monkeys into pouncing range. Others mastered the climate. The Pallas's cat survives freezing plateaus by sitting with its paws on its thick tail for warmth, while the sand cat has oversized ears that allow it to hear prey scurrying half a kilometer away in the desert heat. This biological flexibility was the key to their success. It's the same adaptability that allowed one specific offshoot to eventually thrive inside human civilization. The human-feline relationship began roughly 10,000 years ago with the invention of agriculture. As we started storing grain, rodents moved in, and the wildcats quickly followed the new food source. These cats effectively domesticated themselves over millennia. They became less skittish around people and gradually adapted to digest the plant matter found in our food scraps. Ancient Egyptians cemented this bond by worshipping cats as companions, a relationship that likely led to modern breeds like the Egyptian Mao. Because cats lived alongside us as self-sufficient hunters, rather than animals we actively herded or bred for work, their core biology and wild instincts remained very close to their wildcat ancestors. We eventually began selecting for specific physical traits, creating breeds like the Scottish Fold. Their signature ears are caused by a genetic condition that affects cartilage growth, though it often leads to arthritis as well. Some breeds are defined by chemical quirks. The Siamese pattern is a result of temperature-controlled albinism. Their fur only develops pigment on the much cooler parts of their body, like the face, ears, and paws. Human breeding also pushed physical structures to extremes, from the extremely flat faces of Persian cats to the Sphinx, which is naturally hairless due to a specific genetic mutation. Even with these purebreds, most cats today are mixed-breed domestic shorthairs. Their ancestry is still visible in their coats, such as the distinct orange, black, and white patterns of calico cats, which are linked directly to the X chromosome. Whether they are half-ton predators or 10-pound tabbies, the feline blueprint has remained remarkably consistent. Evolution designed a nearly perfect hunter 30 million years ago. We just scaled it down to fit on the couch.